Well, yesterday was certainly rainier than I thought it would be. Yeah, it was actually so incredibly rainy that my entire family decided to leave Lake a little earlier than we would have liked. I mean, I said in yesterday's video that, being up at Lake when it is rainy, not a lot of people around, it's actually really peaceful, really quite nice, and, you can actually enjoy, like, the sounds of nature or whatever. But when the sound of nature is constant repeated tapping from raindrops on the roof or anywhere, even that can get a little bit, boring. So, as sad as it was that we had to leave a little early, I didn't really mind at all. Because in the end, we were all together up there as a family. We got to celebrate Father's Day with, my father. Gave him his card and his Father's Day gift, which was, I made him breakfast, which, okay, I gotta level with you. I've been trying to you guys know I sort of, dabble in the kitchen every now and again. You guys know that, I've been trying a few things. And one thing I really have been working on is my omelet game. Holy cow, that was probably the best omelet I think I've ever made. Like, I am not even kidding. And here's the thing. Whenever I make, omelets or whatever, first of all, I always saute my vegetables. That's why in the omelet you guys saw on my Facebook and Instagram and whatever social media platform you were looking at it on, I sauteed the cherry tomatoes and the mushrooms. Like, normally, I also have peppers and onions around, but honestly, the reason why I just did tomatoes and mushrooms is because, whenever my family goes out for like a burger, my father will always get the bacon, not the bacon, the mushroom Swiss burger. And, sauteed mushrooms, Swiss cheese. Come on, if you're a fan of the mushroom Swiss combination, then you know that the omelet was going to be made for you. So, I did the tomatoes just for, admittedly, a little bit of acidic filler, which, yeah, whenever I make omelets for me, I'm definitely going to use them from now on, because holy cow, when you saute tomatoes, it tastes awesome. And I gotta say, the chives really elevated the dish. Like, understand, my father didn't have all the omelets, so, I had some of it, and holy cow, it was good. Like, I would have probably made more, but I only made enough of the sauteed mushrooms for, one omelet. I mean, it was one of those, 4-ounce mushroom packet things that you get at any local supermarket in the produce section, so not really. I think, the one I got was from Tops, and I got it for, not even $1.50, so it's definitely a good price if you want to, go for it. And, yeah. Although, confession time, see, whenever we do go up to the lake, we do prepare for, parties and get-togethers that, we might have. And so, we have, party food laying around. Not laying around, but, we have it on hand. And one of the things that we always get are those individual cheese slices that, funny enough, my parents and I also got at Tops. Actually around Memorial Day weekend. I mean, as long as you keep it in the refrigerator, it's fine. So, I ended up using, all the rest, and we get, several cheese flavors, and it's actually a really funny story, because Tops had, 5 flavors of them. It was, cheddar, Gouda, Swiss, pepper jack, and Colby jack. We got everything except those last two. So we got the sharp New York cheddar, the Swiss, and the Gouda. And, over time, we do have, slices of cheese every now and again. And so, no kidding, I used up all the rest of the Swiss for that omelet. Which, again, cheese, it rules. So, yeah. And, again, I knew that the chives were going to, elevate the dish in terms of looks, but holy cow, it added a stronger oniony aroma, which I personally really enjoyed. So, I mean, you guys really did seem to like it, and if that's the case, I'm definitely going to try and, branch out into other food-related stuff in terms of the photography aspect of, social media, because I really would like to do that. Just sort of make whatever's on my mind, I'll put on Instagram or whatever. I mean, I'd like to. I mean, it's hard to find the time, believe it or not. I mean, again, yesterday I was only able to do it because, it's a Sunday, pretty much everybody's off. Of course I'd find the time to do it then. But, I'm really glad that you guys liked it. I know a lot of people on both Facebook and Instagram who have seen it definitely, show their appreciation, which, thank you. Although a friend of mine did point out that the use of China, quote unquote, that I used. Listen, when we're up at Cuca Lake, we really don't have to worry about dishes, especially since in the times I have showed you our cottage up at Cuca Lake, you would have noticed that there's no dishwasher. So, yeah, we're using paper plates. Deal with it. Plus, they're easier to carry. You don't have to really, as long as you're careful and don't saturate the paper plate with something, wet and oily and greasy, it's perfectly fine. And, yeah. So, all in all, yesterday was a pretty solid day. I mean, it rained like crazy, but, that was to be expected. It was supposed to rain, and honestly, more people in my family are going to come up, but because of all the rain, we just decided not to. So, all in all, it was good. I got to call my grandfather, wished him a happy Father's Day. I actually gave my grandmother his card for him to read yesterday, so that was really nice. I called him, wished him a happy Father's Day, told him I loved him, and of course, and it's going to sound like I'm joking when I say this, but it really is true. And I try and take an opportunity to think about this on both Mother's Day and Father's Day, and it really is something that we need to think about as well. Regardless of whatever relationship you have with your mother and father, each one of them is half of the reason why you exist. So think about that. And so when I'm talking to my grandfather yesterday, it literally popped in my head saying, we literally would not exist if it wasn't for you. So, there you go. So, again, to all the fathers out there who, are watching, I hope that you had a wonderful Father's Day yesterday. I hope you got to enjoy it with your family, friends, loved ones, etc. I hope you celebrated, great. I hope you made good choices, because, just because it's Father's Day, making good choices, especially around your children, would be very appropriate to do. And, yeah. Seriously, though, I did not think about that omelet I made yesterday. It was unbelievable. My only question is, what if I had peppers and onions on hand to saute as well? And here's the thing. Again, you'll notice, outside of, the eggs, that omelet was and actually the cheese as well. That omelet was vegetarian, not vegan. Don't worry, it was, I've never really made anything vegan before, and, well, technically I have sauteed mushrooms, peppers, and onions, that's vegan. Oh, wait, no, that's not vegan, because I used butter, that. Yeah, see, the thing of it is, if you're going to saute anything, if you're going to saute vegetables, especially mushrooms, you really need to start with the mushrooms first, because mushrooms have a lot of water in them. Like a lot of water. That's why they take so incredibly long and are difficult to cook, because, you gotta evaporate all the moisture that's in them. And, I mean, when you do, it's great. Especially if you, use a lot of salt and whatever. That's, not a lot of salt, but you get the idea. Again, I'm just feeling like cooking stuff today. And I just realized, I've been talking so much about Father's Day yesterday, I completely forgot to start off with a happy Monday, everybody. So now that I've done that, we are square. We are okay. So, in terms of stuff going on like this week, okay, can I just take a moment to point out that on Rotten Tomatoes, Toy Story 4 actually has 100% Rotten Tomatoes? Yeah, I probably am going to go have to... well, of course I'm going to go see it. I mean, I saw all three of the original Toy Story trilogy in the theater. So, why on earth would I stop now? Especially since, I mean, if a movie has 100% Rotten Tomatoes at the time of this recording, then of course I'm going to be interested in seeing it. I mean, that's what it was like for movies like Deadpool. That was weird. Like, 2 weeks before Deadpool came out, way back in 2016, it had like 100% Rotten Tomatoes. I'm like, okay, I'm going to go see Deadpool now. And then, like, the percentage on Rotten Tomatoes slowly began to drop. That was just unbelievable. But, you know, it was still really good. And, you know, it dethroned Kung Fu Panda 3, which had like 2 or 3 weeks at being number 1 at the box office, which, don't get me wrong, Kung Fu Panda 3 was awesome. And I'm glad I saw it. You know, it definitely tied the trilogy greatly, but I will be the one to say Deadpool was, well, actually, I don't know. They're both incredibly funny, but in different ways. I don't know. I guess Kung Fu Panda was more satisfying because it ended the trilogy. But Deadpool was satisfying on a level that, you know, made it better than that horrible X-Men Origins Wolverine movie. Yep. It really was. It really was pretty bad. But, yeah. In terms of stuff going on today, I do know that Amphibia was supposed to be, you know, on Disney Channel, which I already talked about. But, you know, I'll try and probably catch it when it airs on television if, you know, I can. I mean, I've seen, as of this recording, I've seen the first episode at least 3 times. Pretty much 2, you know, back to back, and I saw the other one on Saturday night. So, you know, maybe if I watch it again, I'll probably see something that I missed. Maybe I'll probably, you know, view it in a different way. I don't know. I do know that if you are, you know, although you know what, fathers, that's a good, you know, fathers, here's a gift for you. A gift for you. You know, if you want something for your children to watch that's actually fun, funny, smart, entertaining, have your children watch Amphibia. Like, that'll be a great way to entertain your children. And it won't be in a way that panders to the lowest common denominator either. So, yeah, you can do that. Yes, that is my Father's Day gift to all of the fathers who are watching this. Although, that does remind me, for the people who are solely on my Facebook, I'm friends with a lot of people, and obviously a good number of them are, you know, fathers. So, you know, just like on Mother's Day, you know, I try and, you know, wish that person a happy Father's Day because, you know, they are a father and they deserve it. It's very possible that because there are so many, I'm probably going to miss somebody. Which, if that's the case, I am very, 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 very sorry. So, know that, you know, I did try, that I was thinking of you, and if I did accidentally miss you, you know, again, I'm very sorry. You know, you fathers in your own right are definitely the GOATs. So, there you go. That should probably make everything square. But for those of you who I wished Happy Father's Day yesterday, you know, I hope it was wonderful. You know, I hope that, you know, you got to enjoy the fact that you are a father, you know. I hope your children, you know, spend time with you and whatever. And that's one thing. I mean, pretty obviously, I'm a single loser, you know. I'm not with anyone, so obviously I don't have any children. But you know what? If I did, definitely, like, probably forever, if I become a father, the fact that my child or children exist, that will be like their Father's Day gift to me. Although, you know, if they end up wanting to make something like an arts and crafts in school or whatever, or, you know, or in my case, making breakfast, you know, that certainly wouldn't be bad either. Just like, again, It's the fact that you're a father that really is the most rewarding, and that's awesome. Just like hopefully this video was awesome. Like, favorite, share, hit that subscribe button. Follow me on the social media platforms. I am humbled I made this video for all of you guys to watch on a Monday. I'm hopeful you have a wonderful Monday. And, if any of you guys ever want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. And I'll always have your back. Take care. And as usual, make good choices.